Hi everybody, this is Sarah, and today's reading will be for Capricorn natives for October 2020. I hope you're doing well and that you're hanging in there during this difficult time. Be sure and take care of you and focus on the positive. If you're new here, I make videos on astrology, tarot, meditation, Reiki, and all sorts of stuff to help you with your spiritual journey. There are so many new videos in the queue. Why not subscribe right now so you don't miss anything? Yeah? Let's get to Capricorn. I haven't been reading for Capricorn in months, and some of you have been asking me, and I've been seeing you. I haven't because your month-to-month stuff is really extreme. It's been really tough, and then it's been really surprisingly good, and it's just going back and forth with you. There's a little bit more clarity this month, so I thought I would use the Doreen Virtue Fairy Oracle deck this month and answer some of your questions. And of course, this is my take on the energies for October. And that being said, it may not resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If it doesn't resonate with you, no worries, just pass it on by, and I do hope you find what you're looking for. I will be using astrology as well as consulting the deck. And yes, I have on part of my Halloween costume, which are spiderweb gloves. I just have to find the right dress for it, but I've got a few days yet still. So I was going to wear this in New Orleans, but unfortunately that trip got canceled because of COVID. But maybe next year, right? And we can still celebrate at home. And for more insight to what you can expect in October, I would suggest that you watch the full moon overview video, which I'll link it here and in the description box below. Of course, talks about the full moon, but it also covers astrology for most of October. We have a lot of things happening, and I probably will do a separate video just for Mercury retrograde. There's a lot happening this month, and things are finally starting to kind of straighten out for you, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go over the questions we're going to ask. They are, what are you bringing forward from last month? Your fears, challenges, and obstacles. What's going for you this month, your general health outlook, your general love outlook, and disclaimer for both of those. They're very generalized and obviously will not fit everyone, so take them with a grain of salt. And also the outcome or where you will be at the end of the month. It's a lot we're going to cover. Let me just quickly shuffle here and let's dive in. And remember, the first card is, what are you bringing forward from September into October? Oh, nice, raising your standards. It's about time, right? In the past, Capricorn, you've settled for less than you deserve, or maybe gone along with situations that didn't really feel right or weren't a good fit for you just to make other people happy. And in September, that lesson really came home, didn't it? So you learned that lesson, and that's what you're bringing forward. You're not going to settle anymore. If things don't feel right, if the situation isn't in your best interest, you're not going to always compromise anymore. And this is a huge game changer. It can feel a little bit odd in the beginning because you may feel like you're being mean even or hurting people by saying no, but you have a right to say no. You have a right to also choose situations that fit your morals or fit your bank account for that matter too. It's a huge step forward in the process, and in the beginning, like I say, it may not feel good, but the more you practice with these types of boundaries and the more that you realize that you do deserve as much as anyone to be happy, to be loved, to be successful, then it will become easier, and you will also lose some of the people around you who are not really good friends. And that is going to be the theme for you this month, detoxification. And it's not just clearing the crap out of your body, it's clearing the crap out of your life. So yeah, spoiler, that's your theme for this month. And it's not a bad one. Like I say, you've had an interesting 4 or 5 months actually, where things have been not so good. They've been incredibly, are you kidding me? And then they flipped around and it's been incredible, are you kidding me? In the good, wonderful things that have happened. You have found surprises around every corner, and some of it has been extraordinary. Some of it has not been. So it's been a real roller coaster ride for you, definitely the entire summer. Now that you're standing in your power and you've raised your standards and you're no longer going to just go along to get along, everything in your life is changing. You're going to be making decisions from from that point of this doesn't really fit what I'm striving for, so I think I will pass it on by. Those things seem so simple when we say them, but we're in those situations, and especially if we are striving to be diplomatic or striving to get along with other people, it can be really hard the first time we say no. So just stick to your guns. You've come a long way, and that's a huge lesson. And because of it, things are going to flow a lot smoother for you in October. Yay! Okay, so let's draw the second card, your fears, challenges, and obstacles. Well, moving forward fearlessly. That's pretty well placed, isn't it? This is a tough one for all of us to stand up and to move forward in the face of fear. It's tough. With you, childhood issues have come up in the previous months, and you're probably going to see them again in October to be reviewed and hopefully healed. And that is probably your clue as to some of the fear and anxiety that you're going through. The lessons of the past are still impacting you today, and not in a positive way. You never seem to give yourself enough credit for all your achievements and all your gifts. And you have a hard time, like I say, standing up for yourself, which is really interesting because Capricorn is a very logical, analytical sign, but it's difficult to turn that on yourself and to logic it out and look at, you wouldn't be where you are in life if you didn't have these amazing qualities. But truly, it's difficult for all of us to see ourselves, all our gifts and all our abilities. Most of us do have a tendency to downplay them, you included. This is a big eye-opener too about that. It's interesting that this is going to be your obstacle for the month, but as obstacles go, this is not surprising, is it? This is something that we all struggle with. So I think you're up to the task, and I think this will be something where you're making decisions, but probably not going to act on them until November. October is historically a really good month to do shadow work, and generally the foundation of shadow work is healing stuff from the past and healing things from childhood. These are things that maybe we don't want to face, or maybe we don't want to look at or even admit. So it is a process. It's not something you can start on the 1st and be done by the 10th. So be sure you build in time this month for the process to begin, or to give yourself some time to maybe journal or talk to somebody you trust about some of the things that are coming up. Give yourself a Reiki treatment, work with some crystals, do something to kind of help also soothe some of the anxiety some of these memories may bring up. But like I say, it is a process, and you are more than ready to deal with this and get past it. But this is a great month to start that journey, or if you've already started it and maybe left it, return to it. And the next card, let me shuffle really quickly. What's going for you, or what do you have you can use as an asset in October? Honor your true feelings. Okay, this goes right along with everything else, doesn't it? We've got a theme happening here, don't we? It's about you stepping into your own. It's about you saying that you deserve better. And it's about you facing that and all the consequences of saying it out loud. And then it becomes a wonderful tool for you. As you honor your feelings, it becomes easier for you to say no, or to say yes, or to understand what's for you and what's not for you. It's so important not to betray yourself or rationalize that it's acceptable to deny your inner voice of truth. Because at the end of the day, only you know what's right for you. And only you should be making those types of big decisions. It's great to seek advice from others, but like I say, at the end of the day, you're the one that's responsible, and you will have to live with the consequences of these decisions. You have an inner counselor. You have deep inner wisdom, and you're able to tap into this when you get quiet, when you get still, and then once you do, you have all the answers that you're seeking. So it's really important that you make time to do that, and then even though it may not be the easiest course to follow, that you really follow your heart and you stop denying your inner feelings. If you feel you're at a crossroads and you're really unsure, or the energy is unclear about which direction to go in or what you should do, then take a beat, slow down, write down everything you're feeling in a journal. Do this for a couple of days or maybe even a week, and then give yourself time to just process it. Go back through, read it, and see if you can't get more clarity about what you're actually feeling. Are you excited about these changes, or are you fearful about them because of something from the past? Or is there something else that you're seeing that probably is going to be coloring your opinion? And then listen to your feelings. All in all, if you can continue to honor your feelings, it will be a definite asset for you in the month. So that makes perfect sense. Okay, your general health. And I'm going to say the disclaimer again, like a broken record. This, this is a broad reading, very general. If you are feeling ill or unwell, go see your medical provider and don't take chances. We want you healthy and happy and watching videos, okay? All right, and the card is Follow Your Dreams. A good placement for this card as well. As I said, this is a general reading, so I can tell you, though, most of you Capricorns out there have been worrying, stressing, and overthinking lately. And that seems to be the biggest problem for you in October, health-wise. It looks like your health is going to be okay generally. This card in this placement really highlights the fact that what you focus on is what you're manifesting. So really, we need to be careful in October where we put our intention. Are we focusing on the negative? What could go wrong? What would happen if this happened or if that happened? Or are we thinking positive? Are we staying positive? Are we doing things that will move our health forward, or becoming stressed and anxious over probable maybe, coulda, woulda, shoulda situations? This is a good month to stay positive, hold on to your faith, and see everything working out. See yourself, your family, your loved ones all protected and safe. See the economy rebounding, see things being better than it was before. Know that this is a transformation period, and yes, dreams can come true even in periods like this. Know that you deserve the new abundance, and that it will bring much joy to you and those in your life, and that you're worthy and that you deserve it. So really, your dreams can still come true, even though this has been a very complicated year. Don't lose the faith. Try and stay positive and not dwell on the negative. There will probably be more issues with your home and family, but it's all springing from fear. Fear for their safety, fear for your safety, fear for the future, fear for how are we going to move forward from here, anxiety and worry about your place in the world and how things are changing. I'm not picking on you. That's all of us, basically. All of us are flirting with these ideas. For some people, they're crushing weights. For other people, they think about it late at night. Maybe. It's one of those things, because you are so logical and analytical, you can't, though, find a solution to these problems because there's too much chaos going on and there's too many probabilities. There is no easy answer, and because of that, it can be very overwhelming and it can be weighing you down. This constant worry and fear is leaving you feeling fatigued, overwhelmed, headaches, not sleeping well, angry too, and worried. And none of that is good for your health. It can definitely stress out your immune system. And because of that, you could be prone to catch a cold in October. And if you do, it will probably scare the bejesus out of you because you think it will be COVID. So immediately go get a test, okay? Better safe than sorry. Watch your diet this month and make sure that you're getting a proper amount of sleep to boost that immune system. And I want to say too, working overtime may help your bank account, but only if you spend the money wisely. Mercury, the ruler of Capricorn's health, is in retrograde this month. It suggests that this is a good time to take care of yourself. If you have an underlying problem or condition, you may see it flare up in October because of the stress and because of Mercury. So be prepared for that. If you're having problems shaking the blues, then reach out to a therapist online. There is no stigma in that, and get the help that you need. Everybody is going through stuff right now. You're not alone, but take care of yourself. There is also a possibility that with work and projects and things on the side going up and down, that they just add another layer of stress. So if you're going to launch anything, do it before the middle of the month. Stick to activities too that aren't too challenging for you this month. It's not the best time to, take up hang gliding. Stick to stuff that maybe you enjoyed in the past and revisit it, but don't take on any unnecessary stress. Overall, your health looks good. Just like I say, try and bring the stress levels down. So let's do your general love forecast and one card here, and we'll break it down for partnered and single Capricorns. Okay, breaking free. Well, that's pretty easy to decipher, isn't it? This could mean a relationship, Capricorn, or it could mean a relationship pattern that you have as well. Partnered or committed Capricorns. This is a month for clearing the air in relationships. Are you moving or not? Are you changing careers or not? Are you expanding your family or not? These issues have been a sore spot in your relationship for some time, and now you're just over it. You're tired, you're annoyed, and you're tired of the constant back and forth discussion that ends up in bickering and hurt feelings. Enough is enough. So if you feel trapped in some area of your life, this card usually indicates it's time. It's time to take the first step to free yourself from any of these restrictions. Watch that you don't fall into old patterns of coping from childhood, such as just giving in and letting the other person have their way just to end the conflict, or shutting down. These may have solved problems for you when you were a child, but later on you will resent your partner and possibly yourself for not being true to your own feelings, which you can see where the theme is working out here, huh? So it doesn't look like the relationship is going to end. It just looks like there is more of that back and forth, undecided stuff that's really wearing you down. You are doing everything you can, but you're still unsure on how you feel about these things. You don't know if moving is the right thing to do. You don't know if you should change careers or not. You don't know if you should add on to the house or if you should add on to the family. It's just too much right now. Try and talk to your partner and just tell them that you need to hit the pause on this, at least for a couple more months. Single Capricorn. Since Venus, the ruler of Capricorn's love, transits your 9th house between October the 2nd and the 28th, you're probably going to be yearning for a partner. But actually, when you reflect on these feelings, is it really that you're yearning for a partner or the idea of that special person? And while we all want to be understood and appreciated, it takes the right person to do that. Not just anyone will be your ideal partner, even though you may be fantasizing about the people around you or somebody you've met online. So this is a month to really take it slow, not let that fantasy get out of control, and don't push things and try and make it happen. The second half of the month, you are more about finding a meaningful relationship than actually a love interest, but you might find both. You might find somebody that could be an actual good friend that you can talk and laugh with, and then it may develop into something else. It's not a good time, like I say, to begin relationships or to take them to the next level. If you've been dating someone for a while, I would say just stay where you're at with the relationship and don't try and push things. You have time. October is more time about working on oneself and not overanalyzing our relationships, but just letting them organically grow, which I know is not something that most Capricorns like to do. And the last question, if you stay on your current path, where will you be at the end of the month? And the card is, Detoxify. With Mercury in retrograde, we're entering a very good cycle for revising our plans for the future. And that's everything from adjusting our love life to our profession to analyzing what exactly we need to be happy. Use this time not to make big changes, but rather work through possible scenarios and options. And the best way to do that is to detoxify. And not just your diet, which does need to be cleaned up, but also detoxify those people around you who are toxic. So it looks like if you stay on the path that you're on now, at the end of the month, it will be time to let go of toxins within and around you. This pretty much validates the guidance that you already are hearing, I'm sure, about those toxic people, toxic situations, and also what you're consuming or putting in your body. And a lot of people have stopped exercising or stopped really watching their diet because of the pandemic. There's a lot of emotional eating going on as well. So all of that is kind of coming to the forefront in October. This is not necessarily bad. It shows that there's going to be self-awareness, and it shows that there will be the inclination to do that, which means you'll be feeling better, because the beginning of the month, you're too overwhelmed to even think about it. But if this is where you are at the end of the month, a very good sign, I think. This month will be a month where things start kind of leveling out for you. As you step up, as you honor your feelings, as you create those boundaries, and as you set the tone in your relationships, then you will start honoring yourself more. And by doing that, you change the energy around you and you change your life. So yeah, I think this is going to be an interesting month. It's not going to be as roller coaster as it's been, up and down and fast. It'll probably be a fast month, but it will be a progression of you moving closer to your goals. And I think overall, you're at that position where you're ready to detox, you're ready to stand in your power, you're ready to make some changes because it's time. So yeah, it's going to be a much better month for you, Capricorn. There will be some trials because stepping up fearlessly, that's something we all have to contend with, but you can do it. You're at a point now in your life where you can move forward finally. Good stuff. If you would like your own personal reading, you can email me at Serenity, and we are having some reading specials. Also, guys, thank you so much for being patrons. You made this video possible. Thank you. Stay tuned. I have a lot more videos about to drop. Reiki blessings. Bye-bye.